So
Okay.
I've been trying to do that. Like I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is put my shoes on. It sounds hilarious, but
Weird, yeah. That does
but
sound
anyway,
weird.
it's been really helping me, so
Good.
I've been doing that. I'm also not moving a ton right now because I
Mm.
was suffering with insertional Achilles tendonitis.
You said about that, didn't you? Did
Yeah,
you?
in both of my heels, not just in one, but in both of my heels. This morning I went to the physiotherapist, and
Yeah.
that was a really good thing because I've already seen in 2 weeks from the exercises they gave me that I'm making progress. I have definitely way, way less pain than I did, but I in a hard time walking because it's
Yeah.
very, very painful. But I've made a lot of progress. So the girl who I see, she's actually going away on vacation next week, which
Mm.
would be week 3 of my physio. And normally she changes it after week 3, but I can't get an appointment next week because I'm sure she's booked up until she goes away on vacation.
Yeah.
So I said,
Yeah.
let me go today, and then she can give me some stuff, but I can do it myself in terms of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
doing one more week of the regular one, and then
Mm.
following week I can try what, to do.
Something else. Yeah.
Yeah,
The next
try to
one.
do the newer ones that she gives me or what have
Right.
you.
Have you changed your shoes at all? Have you thought about what you're wearing on your feet?
Right now, yes, I have, because one of the things
Yeah.
that she suggested is you get something as a little higher profile in the back. And
Okay.
so it's like as if you would put little lifts in your shoes.
Yeah.
So
Which
it
actually
gives your
takes the,
takes
yeah.
the strain off the tendon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because then you're straightening it up a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah,
Rather
you're
than being
like
like that.
like if this is your tendon here and this is
Yeah.
your thing, then when you
Oh,
lift
yeah.
it, it takes pressure off of
Take
it,
the
right?
pressure off that part there.
Exactly.
Okay.
So way less pain, and I can actually walk a little bit with those shoes. And I'm not supposed to wear bare feet, be in bare
That
feet
brings you down,
in the
yeah.
house because it makes your feet too flat. So
Okay.
I've been trying to do that. Like I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is put my shoes on. It sounds hilarious, but
Weird, yeah. That does
but
sound
anyway,
weird.
it's been really helping me. So
Good.
I've been doing that.
Is it
Doing
just your heels? Just your heels, not
it
up
is
your leg.
no, just my heels, but it is in my calves too, right? Because that's one of the things you got to realize is your calf muscle
It's
takes.
connected.
Yeah, everything is connected, right? You have the calf muscle and the fascia. The fascia goes right down into the foot. And
Yeah.
so there's the plantar fasciitis, the Achilles tendon, it's all wrapped up in a big ball with
Mm.
a tight calf muscle that gets shortened with age. So, I mean, and I got myself this very cool mini um massager. There's these massage guns. I don't know if you've ever seen
Okay.
them.
No,
Let me
no.
show you. This is the size of my massage gun, which is very cool. It fits in the palm of my hand.
Okay.
And you can take these things off just by unscrewing them.
And put
And
different
you could
things
put
on.
on, say, like a different type of head, depending on what you want to
Want.
to massage,
Okay. And then
right?
what do you do with it? Is it electric? Is it
Yes. So
so
then
it,
it's
it
it's
vibrate?
actually it's actually you like charge it up.
Yeah.
And then on the back here, there's a button which
Okay.
you hold for 3 seconds, and then it goes and like you massage it.
So it sort of vibrates around.
Yeah, it's vibrating right now. You can't obviously see that, but it's vibrating
No.
right now. And it's
Okay.
got little blue lights on the back of it so that
Right.
I can see that's low, medium,
Oh, so
next
it's
level,
different
goes
levels of.
faster and faster or harder, and then off. And
And
then
do you
I
find
have a
that?
little cable with a USB to
Okay.
charge it up if I need to charge it when it's getting low.
Yep.
Bingo. I just connect that and I charge it up.
Yes. Ah,
So I use this on my calf muscles and the
yes.
deep fascia to try and get it softer because that's what I need to do is to get it to soften
Mm,
up a bit, right? So that's what I've been really trying to do with my exercises. So, I mean, because I'm not walking like I would normally walk, because I can barely walk, right? Like
oh
Achilles is
God.
the worst thing to, you
Mm,
know.
painful.
I mean,
Yeah.
poor Achilles, he got stopped in his tracks in Greece because he
Yes.
got shot in that Achilles
Yeah.
tendon.
Mm,
So poor Achilles, you definitely you can't do much without your Achilles in good shape.
no.
So at the end of the
Mm,
day, obviously I'm not walking like I was walking, so I'm not exercising or getting exercise in the sense of whatever. Hence the reason why I said, let me try and be very strict with my diet,
it. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
To offset a bit of the whatever. And like I said, I managed to lose, well, like 2 pounds, almost a
Mm,
kilo, I would say. Maybe a tiny bit more than a kilo. But yeah, so I'm happy for that. But I mean I'm being very strict. I'm really the only sugar I think I have is put a little cream in my coffee because I cannot drink it black.
okay.
And I have to have coffee in the morning. Now I could have tea,
What's that got to do with sugar then? Coffee cream?
because there's actually a tiny bit of sugar in milk or cream when
Is
you,
there
yes, there is a tiny bit.
added, or it's part of the makeup of the milk, or it's added?
It's probably added somewhere in the thing that you buy, right? There
Perhaps you
is
want to
in
look.
little in milk containers, there are.
Oh, okay. I've never really
Yeah.
thought
Yeah,
of
not
sugar
a
being in
ton.
milk or
Not a
cream.
ton, mind you. In my cream, I'll tell you.
Mm.
Let me tell you. I mean, not like I'm probably putting the amount. Let me tell you.
Chocolate biscuit.
My cream says per 1 teaspoon,
Mm.
there is 1 gram of sugar.
Oh,
Okay. This is a cream, coffee cream. 10% coffee cream is what I put in my coffee. I
okay.
prefer cream as opposed to milk in my coffee.
Absolutely.
I will
Yeah.
put milk in my tea
Mm.
or drink my tea plain, nothing, no milk. But I cannot drink coffee with no milk.
I do. Black coffee, no milk, no sugar.
Yeah, see, I'm not a sugar person for that, but
Mm.
but the thing. So I have 1 gram at least of sugar here.
That's not pure cream then. They've added the sugar to it,
Correct.
surely.
Yes,
So why don't you
obviously.
get proper cream?
No, I can't get like cream without that. That's what I buy in the grocery store, right?
You don't get cream like we get cream.
No, we do not
Just
get
pure
cream like
cream.
you get cream. I
Oh.
mean, I'm sure I could if I lived near a farm.
No, we get it in the supermarkets.
No, we don't. We
We get
don't do
tubs of
that.
cream. I get through quite a lot of cream,
Yeah.
but it is just pure cream. It's 100% cream.
Yeah. No, we don't have that.
So you've got sugar added.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's naughty.
Yeah, not a ton. I have, as I
It's
said,
still
there's
more than
one
none.
gram per,
Yeah.
whatever I throw in my thing. And maybe let's say I put in 2 tablespoons, so that's 2 grams. The
Mm,
other thing that I do is after I eat, so I try and to eat meals now that are really protein based, lots of
okay.
protein based. So
Yeah.
I made two really interesting dishes. The first one I make is I put a bunch of eggs, I
Mm-hmm.
whisk them up.
Yeah.
In there, I throw a whole bunch of cottage cheese.
Okay.
Then in there, I throw a handful or two of spinach.
Oh, wow.
Then I
Yeah.
throw like a little, I don't know, say like chopped bell pepper or, mushroom or onion or whatever I feel like. It's usually chopped bell pepper though, because I like that. like a red
Yeah.
one.
Mm.
And then I throw some Parmesan cheese in there.
Okay.
Then I mix the whole thing up, salt and pepper, whatever, mix it all
Yeah.
up. And then I put it into a baking dish.
And then bake it.
And then I
Yeah.
bake it for like say 20 minutes. Actually, after I put it in the dish, I'll put more
Cheese on
cheese
top.
on the top. So I get a layer of cheese on the top, but a
What I
layer of
was
cheese in the
thinking.
middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I bake that at 20 minutes. And then what I do is I cut it into like four big pieces. So I get a big piece like
All
this
right.
big, which is
Yeah.
like plate size. And I eat that as one meal. And then the rest goes into the fridge. And then every day I just put it in the microwave, I warm it up, and I
Yeah.
eat it.
So it's like a frittata.
It's like a frittata, and that's very good because it's very high in protein.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other thing I made was this zucchini sort of, because I had these two zucchinis in my house, and I said, well, they're good fiber, and if you're going to eat a carb, they're probably a low carb or whatever. So I said I should probably figure out something to do with this. And I mixed that up with ground beef and
Mm.
mushrooms
Yum.
and I don't know what else. I think I put a tiny bit of marinara sauce or like tomato sauce in there. And then maybe I put some, peppers, whatever again. And I put all of that together, mixed it all together, put it in a baking dish, put some nice grated cheese on the top,
Oh, gotta have cheese.
and I baked that
Cheese.
sucker.
Yeah. I like courgette, zucchini.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
So that was another dish that I made, and again, I just
Mhm.
keep eating the leftovers of my thing. Then
Yeah.
the third dish I made was kind of like saying because I had all this ground beef, and I said, well, ground beef is good for you, so I might as well,
Yeah.
eat it. And it's
Mhm.
good, protein. So I said,
Yes.
okay, so what else should I make with this thing? And then I sort of made like, when people make like a beef stroganoff, so they make like a sauce with it, a creamy sauce, but sometimes you
Mm.
put flour in there. And I didn't want to put the flour because the flour I was trying to avoid as
Boy.
well because
Yeah.
I know that makes my insulin spike or whatever. Like if I eat a piece of bread, like I'm screwed. Basically, I'm
Okay.
screwed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So I said, how can I make this thick without,
Mm.
I, fried up my ground beef with mushrooms, put them aside, and then I
Yeah.
made a sauce with like cream cheese, mayo,
Mm.
spices, what you have
Yeah.
you. Put back the meat and the mushrooms with that sucker, and it got so nice and thick. It was just like
Mm.
perfect. And I was like, okay, I'm not putting this on anything. I'm just going to eat it as is. And
Yes.
it was phenomenally great. And I'm like, I'm
Mm.
going to make that again.
I make lasagna with ground beef.
Okay.
And then I make a big dish of it and then I chop it into bits and then I put it into plastic containers and bung it in the freezer. So I just pull a bit out at a time. But the lasagna wouldn't suit you, would it? The
No,
lasagna
I'm
sheet.
trying to avoid the pasta, the bread,
Yeah.
the rice,
Mm.
which is killing me because I love sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah.
I've never eaten sushi.
You've
I've
never
never eaten
eaten
sushi.
sushi?
No.
Oh my goodness. I
No.
have to tell you, best sushi I ever had obviously was in Japan.
Yeah, I'll
But the
bet.
second best one I this die for is a place not far from me here. It's actually inside a mall. So it's a
Oh,
little
okay.
restaurant inside a mall, but it's
Yeah.
phenomenal, phenomenal sushi. And you get roll pieces like that are
Mhm.
this big. A lot of restaurants you get them, they're like tiny like this.
Oh, okay.
Mine
Yeah.
are big whopping rolls, and I usually eat like spicy salmon or spicy tuna. So
Okay.
it's quite good.
Wow.
Yeah, I really like that.
Since my son has left home, which would have been 3 years ago now, I have not eaten any rice or pasta.
Wow.
We used to eat rice,
Me too.
risottos, and Simon does an amazing tuna bake with the pasta.
Yeah.
And I've not. had eaten any of that since he's left, which is quite bizarre. I don't eat bread. I don't buy sliced bread anyway.
Yeah.
I haven't bought sliced bread for 12 plus years. But that doesn't stop me eating bread sometimes if I want to. I mean, I had two croissants this morning because that's what I did. Normally, I have bacon and egg, the protein. But I've run out of bacon and I bought a couple of croissants because they were reduced at the supermarket. So you buy them, don't you? And what I do is I heat them up, cut them, a slice in them, and butter them. I always butter croissants. I'm sure people are going to go, what?
No,
Um,
I love butter on a croissant. If I
oh,
had a choice,
yeah.
croissant plain or a croissant with butter, it's definitely going to have butter on it. Even though
Oh,
there's so
well
much
done.
butter inside of it, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Got off
better than a
butter.
croissant with butter.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
then a slice of ham and a couple of slices of cheese. And that was my breakfast this morning.
I'm going to
So,
tell you that it's the very first meal I made for Noel.
all
So
right.
when I first started dating him or we were first like seeing each other, I would go to his place and he'd be like, "Oh, let's just, get hamburger on Monday and Tuesday we'll get Chinese and Wednesday we'll get this and Thursday." And I was like, it's okay. I don't mind to buy some groceries and cook. And
Yeah.
he's like, "No, no, don't worry, don't worry." Okay. And then he came here.
Right.
And we have a bakery, chain of bakeries here, and I'm very lucky because I live in French Canada,
Uh,
which means
they
the
know
food, the
how to.
food, French food is phenomenal. So anyway, the
Mm.
bakery that I go to, they actually sell croissants that are frozen little
All
whatever,
right.
and
Yeah.
you put them out and you let them rise. And then if you want, you can, put egg like glaze on the
Yeah. A
outside so
glaze.
that when
Yeah.
you cook them, they can get brown. But I don't even do that because they're still beautiful nonetheless.
Yes.
So I put them out and then I let them rise and then I cook them. So when he was here, when he first time he came here,
Mm.
I cooked those for him and I said, would you like a croissant sandwich?
Mm.
I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
I
I never.
made some fresh croissant. Would you like the sandwich? And he said, sure. What are you going to put in it? And I said, well, ham and cheese. And he goes,
Yeah.
okay. He goes, that sounds good. He goes, you wouldn't happen to have any mushrooms, would you? Because he loves mushrooms.
I love mushrooms fried.
So I do too. And I said, no problem. I do. So I
Mm.
sauteed up the mushrooms. So I put the ham, the cheese, the sauteed mushrooms and the cheese. After I had cooked a fresh thing, I let it cool down a bit, but a fresh thing.
Oh.
And then I put it in the
Mm.
microwave to melt the cheese.
Cheese.
Et
Yeah.
voilà, as we say.
Yeah. Et
Et
voila.
voilà.
Excellent. You cannot get croissants, as far as I'm concerned, that are like in France.
You
Whatever
can
you,
hear, you can hear.
well, yeah, because you're in French,
Yeah, and I'm
Quebec.
telling you, maybe if you're in Toronto or wherever in other places of Canada, you can because people who are French Canadian descent have moved there and opened whatever. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, you can definitely here get a phenomenal croissant.
Yeah. Because the pain au chocolat in where my house in southwest France is to die for. And yet you cannot get pain au chocolat anything like that anywhere else, as far as I'm
We
concerned.
can get pain au chocolat here as well, and
Oh,
and big ones like this big one.
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
you can't beat that, can you?
Yeah,
Mm.
the difference is Quebecers call it chocolatine.
Yes, I was going to say that in southwest France, when I first went and lived with Danny's family for a month, I learned to know them as chocolatine because
Yeah,
that region calls them that.
yeah.
And I didn't realize that
See,
it
you
was
say that even
colloquial.
better than I do.
What, chocolatine?
Yeah, chocolatine.
Mm. And it was quite funny because a few years ago I was having French lessons online with somebody local. and I called them chocolatine. And she comes from near Toulouse, and she'd never heard of them called chocolatine. It was sort of,
Oh, absolutely. There's
yeah,
chocolatine here. That's what they're known as. You go into the bakery and you say, "Can I have a chocolatine?" That's
yeah,
what you would say. You
yeah.
don't even
That's,
ask for a pain au chocolat. They don't even know what
no.
that would be here.
That's I called it pan au chocolat because I wasn't sure because down where I have my house it is chocolatine. But I made a mistake once when I was driving down through France and I stopped off at a services and I said to the assistant, je veux de chocolatine. And she made me a hot chocolate. And I went, no, pan au chocolat. And she went, why didn't you say so? You know, in French, why didn't you
Yes,
say so? Why did you
yes.
call it? Because she'd never heard of it as chocolatine, which is quite bizarre, really, isn't it? I went,
It's
oops, made a
that's
mistake
a
there.
very typical French from France response, though. Why didn't
Yeah.
you say the right thing? If you don't
Yeah.
ask for the right thing, you don't get the right
Don't
answer.
get it. Exactly. That is so French. That is